If you've ever walked past a patch of lush green clover spilling over the edge of a raised bed and thought it was just another weed to rip out, it's time to reconsider. What many gardeners dismiss as an uninvited guest is actually one of the most valuable allies you can have in a thriving garden. Dutch white clover, with its low-growing mats of tiny leaves and delicate white flowers, is far more than an opportunistic plant. It's a living mulch, a nitrogen factory, a soil-fixing powerhouse, and a magnet for beneficial insects. When you learn how to use this humble plant deliberately, especially around raised beds, it becomes a natural solution to many of the challenges gardeners face, from poor soil fertility to pest invasions. Dutch white clover is easily recognized by its soft, three-lobed leaves and its rounded clusters of creamy white blossoms that sway above the foliage in summer. Known botanically as Trifolium repens, it has earned nicknames like white clover, creeping clover, and sometimes simply bee clover for the pollinators it attracts. Because it spreads quickly and self-seeds, some people think of it as invasive or problematic, but that's a misconception rooted in outdated lawn care habits. In reality, when managed intentionally, this plant becomes an indispensable part of regenerative gardening, especially when you're looking to improve the health of your raised beds from the edges inward. One of the greatest gifts clover brings to your soil is actually hidden underground. Its roots grow in a dense, fibrous mat that locks loose soil in place and, prevents erosion around the edges of your beds. This same matting action helps break up compacted soil and honestly improves aeration, which encourages more root growth from your vegetables. Even more impressive, clover's roots host colonies of rhizobium bacteria that take nitrogen directly from the air and convert it into forms that plants can use. This natural nitrogen fixation is kind of like having a slow-release organic fertilizer constantly working in your soil without any bags of synthetic inputs. Over time, beds lined with clover develop richer, darker soil that supports healthier, more productive crops. Beyond improving soil fertility, clover is a powerful tool for weed suppression. Once established, it forms a living carpet that blocks light and space, making it difficult for unwanted weeds to gain a foothold. Unlike synthetic weed barriers, clover doesn't suffocate the soil, it nourishes it, adds organic matter, and keeps the microbial community active. This living ground cover means less time spent weeding and more time enjoying your garden's productivity. Clover's benefits don't end at the soil line. As a companion plant, it creates a dynamic habitat that supports the health of your entire garden ecosystem. When clover flowers, it attracts a steady parade of bees, hoverflies, and predatory wasps. These pollinators and beneficial insects don't just help clover reproduce. They also pollinate your beans, cucumbers, and squash, while hunting pests like aphids, cabbage worms, and spider mites. This creates a natural balance that reduces the need for sprays or interventions. In the summer months, the constant buzz of insects around your clover border is evidence of a thriving garden food web that benefits every crop in your raised bed. If you've ever struggled to create a tidy, attractive border around a raised bed, clover provides an elegant solution. Planting it intentionally as a living edge frames your bed with a lush green halo that stays vibrant even during heat or drought. The low-growing habit means it won't compete aggressively with your taller crops, and its resilience makes it almost maintenance-free once established. When used as a border, clover also forms a mild pest barrier. Certain pests are deterred by the dense foliage, and the improved biodiversity helps keep harmful insects in check. Planting clover is refreshingly simple. The best time to sow it is in early spring or late summer when temperatures are cooler and rainfall is more reliable. To start, clear the edges of your raised bed from any competing weeds or debris. Lightly rake the soil surface to create good seed-to-soil contact. Scatter the clover seed evenly along the border and lightly press it into the soil. So, you'll want to water gently and keep the area consistently moist for the first 2 weeks until you see those seedlings start to emerge. And then, once the clover is established, it really doesn't need much. Just an occasional trim, if you prefer a neater look. Propagation is equally straightforward. If you have existing clover patches, you can divide and transplant small plugs to new areas. Simply lift a section of clover with some attached roots and soil, and tuck it into prepared spots along your raised bed edges. Water well, and it will knit itself back into the soil within days. Over time, the plants will spread naturally by runners, creating a continuous, self-sustaining border that keeps your beds protected and productive. As the season progresses, you'll notice how clover transforms not just the look of your raised beds, but also the health of your soil and the vibrancy of your garden life. What started as a so-called weed becomes a cornerstone of your regenerative gardening practice. An example of how working with nature instead of fighting it can produce better, more resilient harvests. If you found this guide helpful and feel inspired to rethink the way you use clover in your raised beds, be sure to subscribe to Hydrohaven and share this video with your gardening community. Let's keep spreading the word about simple, natural practices that turn ordinary gardens into thriving, self-sustaining ecosystems. Your soil, and the worms, pollinators, and plants living in it will thank you season after season.